That is something where I would really recommend that the person take a look at their own behavior and really do a relationship audit and sit there and say, who are the people I've dated in the past? What were they like? What did I like about that relationship? What did I not like? What side of me did they bring out? What do I want to take forward into the future? And what do I want to do differently? And then really use that to make more informed choices in the future. And of course, sometimes exes get back together, but I feel like reading between the lines of your questions, it's not necessarily that this was such a good match for them. It was more that it's safer and it's something that they already know. And so for those people, I would say, are you doing the safe thing? And how can you actually use your 20s as a time of experimentation? And that's one of the things I say over and over to people is date like a scientist. A scientist has a hypothesis and then they test it and they're willing to be proven right or wrong. And I feel like a lot of times people just come to me and they say, Logan, I know exactly what I want. I want a 5'6" skinny redhead. Help me find her. And I was like, you think you know what you want, but you're wrong. Let's actually experiment. And why don't you date someone totally different and see how that feels? I do that for women who are obsessed with dating tall guys. I'm like, go on some date with some short guys and see how it feels. And so for your daughter's friends and for anyone listening, what are the assumptions you're making about who you want to be with? And how can you actually test that by dating other types of people? And so often with my clients, they'll come to me and they'll say, you know, I went on this date and he's not really my type. And in my head, I hear ding, 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 because I'm like, yeah, your type hasn't been serving you. Let's see who this person is, and maybe that's who you're going to end up with. And for me, do you think that my type was a 5'8" redheaded vegan engineer?
Is that your husband you're
Yes,
describing? Okay. I'm like, I'm feeling like there is a theme here.
I'm just saying, it's like the person, I dated a lot of people. The person who made me happiest in my life is someone who has an opposite personality from me, has different interests than me, but we just share a sense of humor. He's so smart. I love his advice. I really admire him. And so I think when people get so stuck on this checklist and these superficial qualities, they're actually missing out on a lot of essential pieces.